Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about dating success for women, and the topic for this video is how to increase attraction after a first date. Remember that we talked earlier about getting a successful first date, really winning at first dates, and now we are going to check on what happens really after the first date. The first tip I want to give you is keep the momentum going after a first date. Remember that we talked about being funny, fun and sexy, and these are the qualities that you want really to keep going after a first date. This is really what is going to create attraction. The main risk after a first date is to think that that's it, we are in a relationship, therefore I can shift into a more comfortable relationship mood, and that would be the number one mistake. After a first date, you are still not committed to each other. You are still both free. You are still free to eventually date other guys. He is still free to do that as well. The third strategy I want to give you is a refocus on your life. Really, after you had this first date, you have to go back to your own life, go back to your own individual personality, and feed the other aspects of your life. Go back to your career, go back to the things that you were doing before. If you have an active social life, keep on going with that. Refocus on on staying healthy, training, diet, all these things that you do when you are not in the dating or relationship mode. Then go back to that and refocus really your energy on that. This is going to give you an extra boost of power. The fourth tip I want to give you is give each other space. Maybe after this first date you think, wow, unless I jump into his life and just quickly get a relationship with him, somebody else will come and take him away. Now if you panic and just try to hold that connection that you have with him very fast before it goes away, most of the times you are going to burn it out. So don't go that way. You have to trust. That's the key quality, the key word you have to remember. Just trust and give each other space. Even if he doesn't contact you for a few days, it's okay. No panic, everything is all right. The seeds that you have planted in the ground in the first date are still there. They are growing, and it takes a bit of time for the magic to take place. Now the next tip I want to give you is if you have any form of interaction with him in the form of emails or in the form of text messages or short calls, or even if you meet him because you work in the same place, or because you go to the same cafe, or you in a social situation, for instance, then keep these interactions relatively short. Like ideally, for instance, with text messages, I would say just a one line, a teasing line, something like, I had a great time, it was good seeing you, hope to see you again, or something like that. Something which is very short, and this will keep the momentum going. Another key advice or key strategy I want to give you is don't shift to a clingy or demanding or needy mode. I mean, this is probably the biggest mistake that you can make, which is going to kill the magic almost instantly. If you didn't hear about him like for a few days, and then you send him a text message or an email which says something like, why didn't you call me? I mean, you can imagine what will happen next. This is going to be a massive turn off. And if you go that way, then what you are saying is, I have some rights over your life, I'm starting to be demanding, I'm starting to be needy, and this is going to create a big gap. It's going to kill the magic instantly. So the advice is no relationship talk. You are not yet in a relationship right now. You are still in the dating process. You are still learning to get to know each other. So what you want is really to create complicity and still give lots of space for the romantic energies, for the attraction to build up naturally. Attraction is not something that you can force by controlling it, trying to speed it up or something like that. You have to plant these seeds in the ground and then let them blossom in their own time. And every time, for instance, when you send him a sexy or teasing short text message, this is going to trigger his mind. He's going to start fantasizing about you, he's going to start dreaming about you, and then eventually this will lead to something which blossoms in the form of a relationship. But in the early stages, which are going to last probably for somewhere between a few weeks to up to 3 months, for instance, during that time you are not yet in the relationship mode, you are not yet in the committed relationship mode. The next big question is when to meet again, right? Imagine that you had this great date. Should you have a date one day after, another date, but 2 days after? When is really the right moment to initiate contact again if you had a great time and want to see that guy again? Suppose that he doesn't take action. Don't contact him straight away. For instance, if after a few days, 3-4 days, you still don't hear about him, give him up to a week. And if after a week he didn't contact you and invite you for something new, eventually you can take the step and invite him for another day. If you step in too early, this is going to send the wrong signal out. So the ideal is to meet again like one week to 10 days after you had the first day, because in the meantime, you had time to dream about each other, you had time to fantasize about each other. There is a lot happening on an imagination level, which means that even though you are not meeting physically, the connection is still there. It's still growing, it's still blossoming and expanding. So remember this very simple tip. If you want to keep the momentum alive, if you want to increase the sense of attraction of what you gained in the first date, then you have to stick to the fun and sexy mode. These are the two qualities that you manifested in your first date, and these are the two qualities that you want to maintain also in the core of your dating connection, in the core of this complicity building time, which is going to last like a few weeks to a couple of or 2-3 months. Okay, you take care and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.